Hello, so here is my PowerPoint presentation for Unit 2, Changing Professional World Discussion. Here I have the background information for the people who I chose to interview. And I'm going to start with saying that the place that I work at is called the Child Development Center, or the CDC. It's a government job. It's actually a federal job, and I work for the U.S. Army, and we are caregivers for children starting out at the age of 6 weeks all the way to 5 years, just before kindergarten. And the first person I chose for this assignment is someone who I work with on a day-to-day basis. She is the lead caregiver in my room. So she's like one under my supervisor, and I know that she's been working in this profession for over 15 years. She's actually going to school for it, and I selected her because I knew she would be able to provide good insight into changes that she has encountered working at the CDC. Her occupation is the lead caregiver in an infant room at the CDC. The second person I chose also works with me at the CDC, but she doesn't actually work in the classroom. She actually works at the front desk. She's a military spouse, and she has a bunch of work experience through different jobs in different locations. And I selected her because I thought she would be a good person to emphasize people who have a unique work experience, being that she's a military spouse. Like I said, she's a front desk or the receptionist at the CDC, and I just wanted to mention really quickly that this is actually much different from like a normal receptionist, and that's just because she is in charge of watching the front doors and ensuring children are checked in and out when they arrive and when they leave, and making sure that children are being picked up by authorized people. For my summary, I put down that I feel like each interview was completely different, but I thought that was a good thing. By interviewing people with a strong military lifestyle as their background, I was able to get very diverse answers. And I feel like the interviewees said that there was a lot of change in how we communicate at work, but it has not negatively affected their work. Some answers were different just because these two people happened to work completely different positions at the CDC, but it seemed that the way they work was different, but their answers were still the same. Um, I found that very interesting, and I think that maybe because they think that technology and the way communication has affected work through the years is actually positive. And I did notice a theme. I saw that they were both saying that they saw a change in technology and communication, of course, and that it was a good thing, but for different reasons. So, like I said again, that's just them saying that they thought that both of these changes were good. And for Changing the Business World, my interviewers both discussed changes in technology and communication, and they mentioned common ways that they communicate with each other, which include computers, phones, including cell phones and iPads, etc. Those things are also provided for them in their job. And I did want to note that mostly changes in technology were discussed by my interviewees rather than changes in communication. And I just wanted to say that because I feel that this is because of the job that we have, and the interviewees kind of skipped over the fact that we communicate with so many different cultures, people with different backgrounds and cultures in the military, that it's just kind of normal for us, and it's not like a unique thing about talking to people from around the world, because it happens on a day-to-day basis with us. The military lifestyle, you meet people from all over the world. And I just wanted to share the necessary skills that they shared with me, because I thought they were really neat and really unique to these two women. And that includes educating yourself, being open-minded, being a team player, being open to change, don't take anything personal, and learn to communicate, as these are skills that they feel are necessary to succeed. And with that, I really had a good time interviewing, and it actually taught me a lot, and I hope you like this presentation. Thank you.